How would you change your life if you knew that everything you thought, said, and did was being recorded? Well, guess what? It is. And who's recording it? You are. But you're recording it from the perspective of your higher self rather than the personality. Well, one of the ways we can use astral travel is to consciously review those records. We can become more aware of our higher self's perspective on how we're living our life. And with that perspective, we can see where we might want to make adjustments to be more on track and live life in greater alignment with our higher self. How exactly does this happen? Well, you may not have realized it, but you're already very experienced with astral travel. Many people aren't aware of it. Many people don't even think that they dream at night. But I can assure you, everyone does it, whether we remember it or not. This means we already have this ability innate within us. We just need to remember it and become conscious of the process of actually doing it. Let's go back to that recording of our thoughts, words, and deeds. How does this work? Well, every night when we sleep, as we go into the deepest parts of our sleep cycle, we reach a very slow delta brainwave state of less than 3 hertz. It's a dreamless sleep. And when we're in this state, our higher self guides us up out of our body, up through a tunnel of light. And we travel into the higher spiritual planes, all the way up to what's called the akashic zone. And there, we record everything that we thought, said, and did that day. This is something everyone does without exception. What exactly is astral travel? Well, the word astral is derived from the Greek word astron, meaning star. The word was originally used by the Greeks to describe the home of the gods. These gods lived among the stars such as Mars and Venus, Jupiter, and the constellations. The art and science of astral travel is learning how to consciously shift what's called our assemblage point beyond our body. The assemblage point is the vantage point from where we perceive and assemble our view of the universe around us. Although astral travel is often depicted as though we're leaving the body behind, we don't actually leave the body when we astral travel. I say that because our spirit is infinite. So we're simply shifting our perspective to another point within our infinite spirit. We're moving the assemblage point from point A, which tends to be here in the body, usually around the head, to point B, wherever we decide that to be. Surprisingly, one of the biggest challenges is that we're actually always astral traveling. It's not just when we're asleep or trying to do it consciously. We're astral traveling throughout our day. In fact, our astral travel experience can be so real that we may have trouble making the distinction. Well, what I mean is that we're always traveling in the mind. So where is our mind traveling to? Is it in the past, the future, the now? Are we daydreaming? Are we living in a fantasy world? Or are we present in the here and now? I'm Dr. Teresa Bullard, and this is Mystery Teachings.